Well, welcome everybody to our podcast at Ag City, a little piece of heaven down here on Junction T and 7, and about 6 miles from Harrisonville or 71 Highway or the 49 Highway, and a beautiful drive down 7 Highway to Clinton, Missouri, which is about 30 miles on your way to the lake. And it's a beautiful drive. And today we're just at one of these great spots, a place called Stillmeadow. And we're just very fortunate. This is owned by Chad and Jeanne Middaugh. And Jeannie's with us today to talk a little bit about where it started, how it started, and all the cool things that she has going on here still middle. So, Jeannie, just kind of let's just kind of kick it off, and we're going to
Okay.
have fun, right?
Okay.
We're going to have fun.
Absolutely. So I'm giving some history.
Yeah,
I
just a
feel like
little.
you should start with the history.
Well, the
My history starts here.
yeah,
But yeah. So this has been through a few name things. A lot of people know it as the farm. Still has that over the highway, or over the our driveway. It started out as Night Stables. It was bought in
yeah,
2001,
yep, yep.
and my mom and dad and my sister and brother-in-law were kind of the original purchasers over here, and they built their house on, which is now kind of our Airbnb. And this room right here was the horse arena, so just dirt floors, metal walls. The kitchen was where the goats were, shop on the other
Yep.
side. So it's literally been, this was not created as an event space. It's something that's been evolved over the years to different things. Um, and so I got involved probably around 2003, 2004. We started doing some wedding receptions, and that's when everybody still got married at the church and just came here for the reception. And Chad started DJing, and then I got into some of the food, and then over the years, gradual conversion of just adding more, adding more. Then around 2007, I guess, is when I went back into some seed sales over at Nico. Um, and so this kind of got put on hold for a little bit. And then 2017 was when I stepped down from that and just felt like God was calling me back to this stuff here, and just have a real passion for hosting people and hosting events. I love food, anything that revolves around food. I love good food. So when you come here, you should always expect to get good food and hopefully good service, and just feel loved. That everything we do here, we want people just to feel um, a part of something, that they feel a part of community. And so we started our farm to table dinners in 2017. That was kind of what kicked us back off. We do weddings and other events. We enjoy doing weddings. It just was something that we didn't want to just be the wedding place. And so our farm to table dinners is what really kind of connects my farming background and working at the fruit market growing up, and just appreciating other local farms. So we support other local farms and create our menu based around what's in season. And we work with a professional chef, and it's 5 course dinner. My husband's a musician. I came from some music background. We appreciate local, supporting local musicians also. So we always have someone playing in the background that night. We pair with a Aubrey Vineyards, which is just on the other side of the Kansas line, a local winery, and they pair their wines with our dinner. So it's super fun night. Um, we do cooking classes. We work with all those chefs, and they do classes with us. We do other classes like pottery and flower workshops, and we'll have a lot more coming in the fall. Um, and then tonight we started this summer. We started Thursday night pizza nights. We got some really cool pizza ovens for our cooking classes, and then we just loved how they turned out, and so we were using them in our farm to table dinners, and then decided, hey, let's just try a Thursday night pizza night through the summer, and that's been a big hit. Had several tell us it's their best pizza ever, so that's
And
fun.
I actually ate pizza here last Thursday night,
Yes.
and I'm not a pizza person.
Hmm.
And so there's just all kinds of pizzas. And I had 5 different pizzas, and they were absolutely fantastic.
Good.
So yeah, I can even a non-pizza eater
Yeah.
is a really becomes a pizza eater here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fantastic.
It's
And
kind of Neapolitan style, so we make our own homemade dough. All the ingredients are fresh. Chad's the the cooker. He's got it down. Kind of, that's got a little science to it, so he's rocking that. And the kids are all a part of it, so that's super fun. Our daughter Arden, her husband Bryce, our son Miles, and his wife Lauren. It really is a family thing when you come. So we have the whole crew here, and
Well, I think Jeannie, as of course part of watching this thing grow, it's just been amazing what you've done, and you've got your own magazine, Still
we
Meadows,
do.
and so one of the things that's I guess has made a lot of people enjoy this place. It's very environmentally friendly.
Mhm.
Now, I know you can't get all organic food, but I think as life goes on, a lot of people really like the new lifestyle of living on the farm. And you and your family live a perfect lifestyle for living on the farm. You all work together. There's just so many cool things that Still Meadows.
Mhm.
And you change that name. And whenever we come back from our short break, we're going to have a short break, and then we want to talk a little bit about Still Meadows and where you see this going and how you see it affecting some of the other community people. There's about 10 or 14 businesses on this corner, and they all just come together, get along, and it's just like we used to live. You know, people wave at each other.
Mhm.
And, you know, what's really cool to me to watch what you've done here is it's just almost a dream come true to get back to the roots and people and relationships and the coffee shop next door,
Mhm.
the cultivate that your daughter and son-in-law are doing.
Mhm.
So it's just been really cool. So we're going to have a short break, and
Cool.
we'll be right back.
All right.
Really happy to have Still Meadows and talk all about the things that they're doing at Still Meadows. Jeannie is just doing a great job. Her and her whole family with Chad and all their family. The things they're doing over there is fantastic. The farm to table dinner is just wonderful. The cooking classes are exciting. So there's so many things that they're doing. Their Airbnbs and all the events that's going on at Still Meadows, and they really do a great job. You need to come back and visit Still Meadows sometimes and just see all the great things that they're doing. But we also want to promote the rest of our people here at Ag City. Ag City, just a little piece of heaven down Junction T and 7, 4 miles from Harrisonville on 7 Highway on your way to the lake. But there's so many things that you can do down here. We got about 14 businesses that have all kinds of activities here at Ag City. So remember, as you're going through, visit a small town, a community, people of lifestyle like people at Ag City, and you'll have a good time. You'll have a wonderful time because they're really nice people. They love to visit, they love to talk, they love to share their story. So remember, stop by an Ag City, even if it's not here on Junction T and 7. There's Ag Cities all over the country. Rural America is real. Rural America are friendly people. They always wave. They give you the time of day. They're glad to see you. And so just come down and swing by Ag City. We'd love to have you. And we're going to go back to Jeannie and back to her story. We're back now with Jeannie and Chad isn't here, but they own this, and Jeannie and Chad just a great couple, and they've been able to synergize and do so many things. Their talents are so much together, and so one of the things that I like to hear Jeannie talk about, and she does a really good sharing this, is kind of about where she sees. You know, she's now her and her family at a certain age, and they deal with a lot of young families, and kind of the future of what Still Meadows is trying to do in the community,
Mhm.
and and I know that what Arden's doing over there and the stuff that you really cultivate.
Mhm.
That's a good name.
Mhm.
You really cultivate a lot of these young relationships.
Mhm.
So where do you see this thing going?
So we rebranded to the name Stillmeadow back in February, and we did that because our kids did decide they were interested in kind of coming back and being a part of things. And so we were working with a marketing guy and just kind of felt like we wanted a name that encompassed all that we were doing, not just what Chad and I were doing. And so we felt like we needed a name that kind of basically kind of named the land, kind of named everything, was kind of an umbrella. And then the kids, Arden and Bryce, have Cultivate Coffee, which is on the corner. That used to be the old orchard building that I grew up. Um, Dad was a part of helping the original owner, Mr. Pennington, get started, and then Mr. Baxter and his wife Eleanor were there, and that's who we worked with. Worked with my grandma and great aunt. They got involved, and we started doing pies, and breads and things like that. Built another building, so it kind of evolved over the years, and then it got sold off. And then in 2014, after we'd moved back out to the farm, it came back up for sale, and I tend to have a little heart pull to things. And so when I was that age, I would have never guessed that I would have wanted that back. But it kind of came back around somehow. And we felt like we wanted to just, our kids were on the young side, but wanted to teach
The,
them those values of working with the public and business and just getting their hand in that. And so we bought that, Chad and I did, and named it Upcycled Orchard because it was upcycled, kind of reviving something that was old and giving it new life again. And when we started that was when I got back into the pie making. And so started granny face pies. So I baked with both of my grandmas, my grandma Fela, which is my dad's mom, and my granny Doris, which was my mom's mom. And so we called them granny face pies because I did pies with both of them. And so that was just, I had techniques that I used from both sides when I made those. Still have those going. We don't have them daily there like baked and ready, but we have our freezers kind of take and bake, and then we do them at specialty times, with Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter's, all the special holidays. We do specialty pies and add the chocolate creams and all the other things. But we added chicken pot pies when COVID hit. That was a product of COVID, people needing meals, and we could do those and bake them and pick them up, and they were a real hit. And so they're probably one of our number one sellers now. We do chicken and beef pot pies, so that's kind of fun with that story. But our son Miles also, he just got married a month and a half ago, and he has had a vision with kind of the health and wellness side of things and fitness, and so we had a warehouse open up behind us that was kind of sitting empty, and his dream was to kind of have a gym, and Temple Fitness was born, and he's had that vision since kind of high school, and it kind of got to come to fruition. So we're at the very beginning stages of it, but he'll expand on some things there. And so it kind of encompassed all that we were doing. We love the community side. The coffee brings also just people in. They have just a great group that just love coming on a regular basis and new people all the time. We have events here that, our farm to table dinners are really meant to bring people together. We want people to communicate with people next to them, and just, it just be a time where you
Share.
learn about other
Sure.
people. And our cooking classes, you're coming together to learn. But I would say, if we're looking futuristically, we really have a heart for kind of retreat type settings, and we would love to be able to add some kind of small units so we can host some more people for overnights, Airbnb in between. And we have our Airbnb next door now that houses can up to 12, but for settings like that, sometimes we can fit some more in there. But those are just really kind of a weekend event where we feed you well. There's breakouts. It's the cool thing about if you've never been to a retreat, is that you're coming together with people that are like-minded and are really there for the same reason you are. So you're really growing. Sometimes it's about, whoever's coming as the speaker, or
Sure.
whoever's there, but most of the time you get more out of the connections that you're making with one another. And we love that, and we love loving on the people here. And there's bonfire time, just going out and being able to get in God's creation, walking. We may have just different breakouts. Usually we have like a cooking class breakout. We have a women's retreat coming up next weekend, August 2nd, 3rd, or
Mhm.
1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I think, whatever that Friday, Saturday, Sunday is. Tickets still available for that. But it's going to be a great weekend. But we love those kinds of. We'll keep doing our dinners, all of those things. We do some weddings. We enjoy doing the weddings. Those are good too. So kind of encompass all of
Well,
this.
kind of as we've wrapped this thing down, one of the things that Jeannie's mentioned, what was really interesting, and you wonder how fate works in
Mm.
life, and it seems to work for our family. It's been really good for our family. We've been very blessed, and we love agriculture, and we love ag people, and we love this community. And I really believe this is one of the best communities I've ever been in. And I've
Mhm.
traveled. But one of the cool things that Jeannie mentioned, and I want to just emphasize this because uh, when we first started the orchard with the Penningtons and the Yoders, it was in 1976,
Mhm.
and that was the year that Jeannie was born. And so there was trees
You're
over.
not supposed to give those
Oh, I'm
things away.
sorry. I'm sorry. Now, you were born. That was 86. You were
Right,
born.
right, right.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
86.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was 26. I don't know. But
Mhm.
in all sincerity, it was so exciting to see, that, and we actually lost that in a bankruptcy with the Penningtons,
Mhm.
and he had lost his wife, and he was a man 40 some years old and had kids to raise, and fell on bad times. But I will say one thing that he came back 10 years later. Everything that he went through in the bankruptcy, and as far as anything we had, he paid everything, cleaned everything up. The the little orchard was kind of blessed.
Mhm.
But what was really cool is Jeannie and Chad had a heart for it, and it came back in the family
Mhm.
many years later, and so Jeannie and Chad purchased it back, and now it's back part of the old
Mhm.
farm that we've had for so many years.
Yeah.
So it's been a great circle, and I'm so excited about seeing all the things that Jeannie and Chad and her whole family are doing, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next 10 years.
Right.
So all I'm saying is when you're going down 7 Highway, and you're on your way to wherever you're going, stop by Still Meadows.
Mhm.
She's got everything here, and honestly, Ag City is a place where we try to put a lot of people together. Jeannie and Chad have been so powerful in building relationships all over. So we're so excited about everything that her and Chad have been doing, and now our family's doing. So as we sign off, we can say,
Well, let me give a shout out. So if you want to come to an event or check out what we have going on, it's visit www.visitstillmeadow.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. So Visit Stillmeadow is where we're found there. You can get, if you go to our website and scroll to the bottom, you can get on our email list. That's the best way to kind of know you're getting it in your inbox. We send about 1 to 2 a week of what's coming up. So if you want to stay connected that way, that's the best way to know what's the next event, what's coming up, what we've got going on here. So, and then we also have, like you said, our quarterly magazine. We do have advertising opportunities in that as we start the new year in 2026. Some of those packages involve tickets to our dinners and classes and things like that that you can use for yourself or you can use for customers or employees, whatever. It's a great night out to treat people to. So it's a great package that we have to offer there. So just to think ahead, put that in the back of your mind for your advertising for 2026. But we also can fit you in. We have 2 more editions for this coming season. So
well, Jeannie, thank you so much for taking time. I know that you're a little bit crippled
yeah,
today when you got a whole bunch of pizza to fix yet. So we're going to just sign off by saying thank you for watching our podcast, and thank you for visiting Ag City. And please, on your way down the road, stop by Ag City, a little piece of heaven at Junction T and 7, about 6 miles east of 49 or 71 highway on your way to Clinton, Missouri, 13 on your way to the lake. Stop by and see Still Meadows. Thank you for joining us.